we have RFM is one of the methodology we use in e-commerce, as well as there's a new version of it. We use Match It to do the analysis on the customers and the marketing and to analyze how customer behavior is there in the group and what e-commerce and what the customer wants. So basically all the e-commerce works on customer first basis, and whatever about their preferences, they make changes to their system. They creates offers to their system such that you have more and more of pitfall on your platform, and the more the pitfall on your platform, the more the GMV, the gross market revenue you generate with your platform. So RFM analysis is also a marketing technique in which we use recency, like how uh, recent the customer has shopped on the platform, the frequency, how many times the customer has shopped on the platform, and also the monetary function, which is how big the average order value of the customer was. With these, we see how which are the best customers to target for a particular campaign. So like sometimes you have mobile offers, so you want to target to so for premium mobiles, you want to target to some premium customers. For your low range mobile phones, you want to target to your middle spend customer, and so on. So in this also we categorize recency, frequency, and monetary into three different places. Like we can wait more on recency for some customers, more on frequency for some use case, more on monetary on some cases. And we'll see how these cases will depend and how weightage will be given to all these three into different parts. Also, this is RFM is used when we have to propose a new idea, and we see on recency, frequency, and monetary on that basis. What does Match It do is you already have a offer going on, and you want to see how what was the intent and what was the growth because of the offer which has gone live. So Match It performs pairing of customers which had the same intent till the offer was not rolled, but later after the offer was rolled, one cohort had purchased that offer while the second did not. So we create a treatment between control and test group and see how much growth has been taken away from that offer, and this will help to get that offer to a bigger audience. So you create for a small audience, and then if you get a good RPC on that small audience, you make it to the large group. So this also contains the intent to get it or not. So there is one more experiment which holds is your A/B experiments, which you do on Omniture or Statsig, wherein you for one cohort you keep that offer, you show on the app, while for the other you don't show the offer on the app, and then you so it's a live based experiment wherein one of the app will not see the offer and one will see the offer in the same real-time based thing. So we'll discuss first what is RFM, and then we'll go about how RFM can be used. Then we'll see the different use cases for RFM in e-commerce. Later, I'll go through all the Match It analogies, like how Match It can be used, how Match It is performed, what cohorts need to be created, how beneficial that is. Also, we'll touch upon A/B experiments and statistic experiments. So RFM is basically, as I said, is based on three metrics, which is recency, frequency, and monetary. So recency is basically the freshness of customers' activity, how recent the customers was. So during the sales, you need recency of the customers to see how recent the customer had shopped, and if that customer had shopped recently, he'll be coming more to the platform and availing more of discounts during the sales. So, and he knows about the platform, and he has recently shopped with the platform. With frequency, we see how many times the customer transacted or visited on the platform. So visits is also a frequency metrics, and visits or visitor. So visit is how many times you have visited on the platform. Visitor is uh, unique count of how many, like it's a 30-minute window wherein if a visitor has visited on that day, so it counts as a one visitor. So that is also an engagement matrix. Whereas we have the third matrix, which is completely monetary matrix, which contributes to your average order value or your GMV to the platform. And also, this is one of the most important metrics, and which have the most bifurcations in all the e-commerce platform, as it will it generates the revenue to your system. Also, the monetary sometimes can be the burn to the company, like discounts you are giving to the discounts given by the company during the sales and during your BU days. Also, there are times when companies, due to some technical issues or some seller side issues or customer like delivery problems, they had to give discount that are called targeted discounts, and with that you create the GMV from that. So we'll in RFM we'll look upon these three metrics, and these three metrics have their deeper understandings on how these metrics can go about. So some facts which need to these are like the facts which need to be understood while we are doing RFM. So it can only be used with existing customers in a database. You cannot do for a new customer. So you need this is completely based on your previous instances. You need to for a new customer, you cannot study the behavior, the purchasing pattern, or the average order value for a particular customer, for a new customer. As I said, it requires the knowledge of customers' prior purchases, what he does. Does he do a low ASP product? Does he do on high ASP products? And how is his purchasing power, and basically on which super category he purchases, or on which vertical he purchases, or on which business unit he purchases a lot. So there are some people who do only purchase for electronics, some do for lifestyle, some do for your home decor, some do for books, games, and things like that, and some do a mixed purchase. So you need to understand what the customer wants and what are the needs. So every customer has their own personalization. So, and it's a completely very simple mathematics to do, and you can do on Excel, you can do it on Python, very simple to do exercise, and you don't need much effort. And it's not a new concept, but which we discuss the next proposition, which is a match it work, will be a new concept and a new technology which will completely change how analysis can be done in future world. So there are some basic principles behind RFM and how to go about those principles. So some customers respond, some don't, and how can you predict the behavior of the same? So maximum of your sales comes from 20% of the customers on the platform. So 80% of sale has been this is a almost every platform has this that 80% of your sales has been contributed by only 20% of your customers base. So not every customer purchases every time. It's the 20% base always contribute to your 80% sales, because you have maximum customers in metros, and tier 1 cities, and you are still company like Flipkart is still having a base in tier 3, but there are some companies wherein the customer base in tier 2, tier 3 cities are very low. So there need to be a proper system which need to be flowing to have a base at tier 2, tier 3 cities, and the prices and what people want need to be checked, how they happen to be in tier 2, tier 3 cities. So to analyze how a customer shop is to check the so every analyst will do a past behavior check for any analysis you do in business analyst. You cannot you cannot predict the future, but you can predict what likelihood can be using the past behavior. So you need but that is also at an assumption that it will if that customer shops on that same behavior, then only this will happen. It is not a always phenomena that at past behavior the customer will shop. Maximum customer will shop according to the past behavior, but not all customers will shop according to their past behavior. So people who have purchased from you recently are more likely to respond to your next offer. So the engagement at the platform requires more of effort. So if you see, there are companies which also proposes games, lucky draw, and in the COVID time, there were companies proposing Tambola, Super Flash, and mini TVs. These are the engagement platforms you create, and you create lucky win, lucky draw for the day, and with these all these you create engagement at your platform so that people come to your platform and see what are the offers which are availing on the platform, and if that matches to you, you'll definitely have a purchase, have conversion to the platform. So people who buy frequently are more likely to respond than least less frequent because of the engagement, and big spenders usually respond better than low spenders because they shop more on your platform, and all the 3 points are correlated to each other, that more the likelihood, more the spending at your platform. So as I said, RFM is not a big uh, thing to do perform, and majority of the companies are still performing RFM, and there is some lag in RFM, and that's the reason it doesn't give you the best results. But still, the companies with which doesn't have that methodology and are still finding out which are the good methods to roll out different things. So initially you have a database, you have the frequency, recency, monitoring on the basis of your time period. Let's say you have a 6-month time period, you have a 12-month time period, or maybe you have a 3-month time period. Whichever suits, whichever is the use case and whichever the offer you are planning to roll out depends on how you take upon the things, and basis that you decide what time period you need to take upon, and then you then put that into any software you want, and then rank all those things on the basis of RFM, and then see which, and then analyze which metric you need to give more of the what do you say, the weightage, and then according to the weightage you make a calculated score, and depending on that score you see these are the customers which are more likelihood to your next offer, these are the customers which are less likelihood to your customer, and these are a moderate. So there will be a 3 cohort or a 4 cohort you can break into and see how customers will perform for your next offer. Then you execute your rollout, and then again you see a track of your progress, that these many further adoptions on your offer, and these many things have been taken care of, and these are the benefits I have got for the company. This is the incremental GMV I'm creating from the from this offer, and this is the engagement I'm bringing to the platform. So there are so many metrics you calculate to after rolling out your offers and then progress out. So every department will tracking one of the things. Either you take from product will see how many clicks were there on that offer, how many times a person has visited to that offer, while a business analyst will see how many times that adoption was there, how much conversion was there in the funnel, from top to down, from coming as a visitor to making our order or a payment down the line. And business will see how much GMV has been created, how much incrementality has been created in the system, and how can we leverage this to a larger audience, make more offers, and get more outcomes from the same. And there are some times when you don't when your results don't go good, so you have to have a learning from that, and you need to, for the next experiment, you need to analyze what were the learnings, what were the mistakes you have made before, and then see what changes need to be made in your offer or any strategy which you are planning for the platform with those results. So we'll take a use case of RFM. There's a sample data set of customers. I've taken a customer ID and recency, frequency, and monetary on that basis. So days, number, and GMV as an whole. So it's in a random order right now. So first we'll pick upon the recency. First we'll rank the customers on recency. So in majority of the cases, the RFM values are from 1 to 5, where 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. So the recency score has been put in that place, and 5 we have given. So for 1 to 5, there are 5 chances. So for every 20% of the cohort, we'll give a score. So first 20% of the cohort will get 5, second 20% will get 4, third 20% will get 3, fourth 20% will go 2, and the last 20% will get 1. Based on that, we give the art score. Similarly, with for the customers on basis of frequency and monetary, we do the art F score and the M score. And finally, we have the final table, which is your RFM cell, wherein let's say the first customer had a, so if we see for the first customer, he had a recency of 4 days, frequency of 6, and a total monetary value of 540. So in the first, when we had a ranking on the basis of the recency, he was had the third rank, but and according to the R score, he was given a 5. Similarly, for frequency, he was at the 5th position and given a score of 4 on the basis of his 20th percentile score. And during the monetary, he was at the 6th position and he was given again the score of 4. So the total value will be 544, and if you calculate in this normal way, it will be 13 with respect to a score of 15. If you average out, it will be again with respect to a score of 5, it will come at 4.3. Similarly, we do for all these cohort, and we see that the customer ID 12 has a perfect 5 score, so he is more likely to accept to have a adoption in your next offer, which you are planning to reveal. So it's a good question. Is it fair to average out the individual RFM scores for each customer and assign them to RFM segment as per their purchase or engagement behavior? I hope everyone will understand how random this methodology is how these three metrics cannot reveal what customers want in their um, like how what customers want, and is it true that a customer ID 12 will definitely shop for the next offer. So what we do is, in there are some instances on how these can be break down. So you can give weightage to R depending on your use case. You give F a more weightage to your use case. You give more weightage to M based upon your use case. So we'll discuss some of the use case. So for a consumer durable business, the monetary value per transaction is normally high, but frequency and recencies are low. For example, you cannot expect a customer to purchase a refrigerator or air conditioner on a monthly basis. So a marketer could give more weightage to monetary and recency aspects rather than the frequency aspect. So in electronics or mobiles or these types of things, there are only customers. Repeat value is 1 year. Repeat value is either 1.2 years, 1.5 years, 2 years. For large appliances, you have 3 to 4 years repeat. So you cannot just be dependent on those customers because they shop for a 3 year period, for a 2 year, after a 2 year period. So you need to engage them into more different offers or more different products you have on your platform. For a retail business like fashion cosmetics, a customer who searches and purchases products every month will have a higher recency and frequency score than monetary score, because in if you see for in lifestyle or in fashion, there is complete change of fashion within 50, we can see a complete change of fashion within 15 days. So you need your system also to change the products. You need to get updated latest on the products. So these are the things wherein you check upon the recency and frequency and see how you change the products, what the customer wants from your products, what are the recent trends which are there in the market. So there was a case study wherein we see that if you have, you can Google it out also. There's a case study on Zara that within 15 days of time, Zara completely changes its wardrobe. So it follows a fast fashion wherein there is a complete change in the wardrobe of Zara. So how it manages it, how it does it is one critical thing which everyone has to figure it out, because uh, all the Zara stores across the globe will change their wardrobe within 15 days of time. So you need to be on the fast fashion, you need to be on the latest trends which are going on, and hence the reason they have a limited stock. They make limited stock so that you can sell it at a thing that it's at limited stock, and you don't have much pieces on it. And uh, Zara also uses RFID technology. So anywhere in the world, you scan those codes and you'll get to know at which store that item is available. If that item is not available in the store which you have went through. So there's a good case study which is there on Zara, and it completes follow fast fashion. And I don't know how they manages to do so within 15 days of time, but Zara is doing completely phenomenal job in making their business grow like huge. And it has a niche customer base in India and some part of the world, wherein uh, the customers who shop on Zara visits every 15 days, every fortnight, and take clothes from there. So there they have put, you can use RFM for doing the, and according to RFM score, you can give more weightage there at recency and frequency than monetary fund. For content apps like your Hotstar or Netflix, a binge watcher will have a longer session length than a mainstream consumer watching at regular intervals. And for bingers, engagement and frequency could be given more importance than recency, and for mainstreamers, recency and frequency can be given higher weightage than engagement to arrive at RFE score. So these are some of the points wherein uh, these are the different use cases wherein you can use RFM technology differently. And with this, you can have your conversion rate optimized, and so you will have a low bounce rate and a high conversion rate and increased order value, uh, with the effect of treating the right customers and treating the offers so every time you cannot give maximum offers, because you are paying for those offers and you are burning the profit share from your pocket, and hence you need to optimize on offers as well as on the customer needs. So every time uh, promoting, so every offer rollout will have some cost associated to it, and you need to see if the customer base is large enough, and if that is very large, then your offer may just be a giveaway to customers. And there are instances when you do this practice to do customer acquisition to your platform. During the sales, many a company give 80% off, 50% off, 70% off, and especially on large electronics mobiles, companies try to do customer acquisition to their platform, because more the customer acquisition to the platform, more he will shop at your platform. And this is the one time cost, CAC, you give at your end, and the customer will create GMV and will be profitable at your instance. So with this, you create awareness, and customers search for the product they want. Customers want information on stock availability and returning policy. Customers want delivery informations. And these are the things which need awareness, which need so there are some instances where you create awareness in your system, like Flipkart recently did a super coin awareness system, wherein we had targeted some of the people on how super coins awareness to be created, what are the super coin, what are the benefits of super coin. So with RFM score, you can also do that on how the engagement, how engaged customer is on your supercoin zone, on how much he has the understanding of super coins, how much he avail those super coins. So these are the things which which a company tries to do with methodologies, with personal discovery, personal design of your of an app can be done using RFM score. So with this, with a limited, with a varied scope, you can use RFM. But the limitation, as I said, for every customer, you cannot divide, assign to RFM segment and then do a see if he will shop or no, not, because in this you only see the recency, frequency and monetary basis, but you don't see on how things go, because there are some instances, because there are some points like which you are still not touching upon, which is the average order value, or the transaction per customer, spends per customer, uh, your transactional growth, what is there, how the payment is being made by a customer. So there can be a cash on delivery, there can be a card based payment, and then you see on visits, recency, frequency. So there are some other transactional metrics which are like burn to the company, how much at product level, what is the burn which a company is incurring at the level. So these are the things which misses out RF from RFM, and we need to analyze those as well for seeing a customer base and to see how customer will respond in their future if we roll out such offers. So with that, we have designed a methodology called Magic, which can be used in R programming. So it's in R, and there is one more in Python, but it takes a longer duration to run upon, and it does not give a one-to-one mapping. And the benefit here is in the previous likelihood, you have complete matching of the participants, or complete matching of your customers in the previous period. So if you have, just a second. So in the pre-period, all the metrics for the test and controls groups are computed, and they are completely matched on almost all the variables which we put upon. So there are almost 80 variables which we have come upon, and we have an exhaustive list of these 80 variables. It is an on average order value, average selling price, frequency, transactional growth matrices like TPC, SPC, payment modes, BU-wise splits, which is business unit splits like large, home, uh, your electronics, mobile, lifestyle, fashion. So these are the metrics which we consider upon. Also the delivery methods, and a matching program we run upon on all those 80 variables to find a similar cohort to the test group and from the control group, and then these cohorts are then analyzed for post metrics to gauge if there was any lift due to your program which was you have launched. So the test group is basically the customers who transacted after entering into the program, let's say upon in one of the month, which is January 22, while the control group is the customer who did not enter the program but transacted in. So here you have also taken into care that he has visited to the platform but did not and did had the both cohort had the intent to avail the offer, but one did not taken that offer and one took that offer. And the timelines, as I said before, based upon your situation, based upon your instances, you can take upon. So in the pre-period, we had January to December, and post you can then see for how long you have run the program, for how long you have run that offer. Maybe you can take 1 or 2 months, because this will anyway give you within 1 or 2 months what is the instance and what is how things are going in the matrix. In all the matrices you can see that is there any growth with that offer, is there any uh, incrementality which we are seeing in that offer, and so on. Um, so we see that TPC, SP, so the transaction per customer and spend per customer grows by X% after the 4 months of program entry. So as you see till December, the customers are completely matched. So what this method gives, if I have 20,000 in test and I had to take into 40 times of test in control to have a complete one-on-one mapping. So the output will be 20,000 customers in test and 20,000 customers in control. There you can get one-to-one mapping, which customers in the pre-period will have the same mapping with the test and control group. But as of now, the program doesn't give you complete one-to-one map, which has two customer IDs, but it will give a cohort on which that uh, one-to-one mapping you can see. The cohort is there, which gives that in the P period, it's a complete match. And in the post period, it's a on how, what's the incrementality in the program. So you see that in the pre-period, it's a complete good match. And if you have more of the variables, it's better to have, because such that you have a good match, and you have completely taken all the instances where a customers can forego. But here you have taken all the instances that customers can see upon, either on the spends, either on their uh, purchase behavior, either on their uh, payment method. So I suppose we have covered all the variables in this instances. So with this, you can also create RPC analysis. Like you have what is RPC is basically revenue per cost. So you have you can also see how much incremental GMV you have created with the burn which has been contributed with that offer, and then see uh, how much growth is there in that, eh, by putting that offer into.